Alright guys, I know you might be groaning when you see this intro. I am a little bit, but we got another mixed coin hunt. Now, again, as I said, I think in the last video, I've been doing a lot of mixed coin hunts lately, but I have been sitting on these coins forever. I've been, in fact, some of these coins I've been holding on to upwards of 3 or 4 weeks. So, I needed to get them out the door, but I'm really excited for one of these denominations, and I'll explain it to you. So, we actually got a bunch of loose half dollars and dollars this time. The last couple hunts, I actually haven't been getting those. Banks just haven't been having them. My most local chase had gotten, I think my most local chase had gotten a bunch of loose half dollars. It's like, I think it's like they got like $13 in loose half dollars. I didn't see anything crazy exciting in there. I did see, I apologize for the voice crack, by the way. There is a few dollar coins in there that I believe I got from a different bank, so we'll go through there. I'm not expecting too much. We also have another roll, as well as a half-dollar roll that I got with a bunch of other half-dollars, and the other rolls had marks on them, but this one didn't, so I decided to hold on to it. So, you know, who knows if we get something in there. Got about $300 in quarters. $100 of it is customer wrapped, and then we have about $70 worth of nickels. This one's, I think, like 3 or 4 more rolls than a full 20. And then not many dimes. I don't know. I had trouble getting dimes. I had gotten some other ones, and they were uncirculated 2022s for some reason. I have no idea why I'm still getting 2022 dimes, but we got about $60 or $70 here. And then the pennies are what I'm excited for. So, usually I don't bother with checking all the enders on the customer apps. Mainly because, you know, just you got to unfold all the ends, and it really starts to irritate the fingers. With machine wrap, you can just look at the ends like this and already know what you got. But I was bored, and I decided, you know, to check some of the enders, and I checked, like, the first 2 enders I checked, I saw both of them were wheat pennies. So I was like, oh man, we got 2 wheat penny enders, and I started checking some of the other rolls, and there were wheat pennies on those ends as well. Now, they were all, the ones that were like that were these types of rolls. And I don't think all of these types of rolls are from those ones that I just mentioned. I think, because I get this type of roll a lot. So, I think some of these are from a different bank. But, obviously because I wanted to make sure, I was like, if these are full rolls of wheat pennies, I don't want to just include this in a regular mixed hunt. So I dumped the roll out, and it looks like we got a little bit of a collection dump. These rolls aren't full of wheat pennies. They're not full wheat penny rolls, but it looks like there's about at least like 5 to 10 wheat pennies in each roll. And again, I'm not sure how many rolls there is. I would say probably maybe like 5. So I'm very, very excited for the pennies. And so I'm actually going to start with the dollars and half dollars, and then get into the quarters, then do dimes, nickels, and finish off with the pennies, because I'm really excited about what we might get in here. I didn't see anything older than wheats, but who knows. So we'll get into this stuff, and I'll bring you guys in on my first good find. Yeah, I went through all the dollar coins and all the half dollars, including all the loose ones, and didn't find anything. But I'm on roll 6 of the customer wrapped quarters, and I see a foreign right here. Oh, and that's cool. Look at that, guys. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I noticed we had a Canadian, because it was very shiny, and I could see the little caribou on there. But look at the date. This is a 2024. Hold on. This is a 2024 Charles III Canadian quarter. I do not have any of these. This is my newest Canadian coin I've ever got, because obviously this, 2024 is post Queen Elizabeth, because Queen Elizabeth passed away in 2022. So this is awesome. I don't have any of these. In fact, I was considering ordering some on eBay because I get a lot of Canadian coins, but never any of the newest. But this is awesome. That's a great find. 2024 Charles III Canadian quarter. All right, that's actually a really good find. I'll take that. Let's check the edges here. I don't see anything else according to the edges, but yeah, let's keep going. You know what I was just realizing about this 2024 Canadian quarter is last mixed hunt I got my oldest Canadian quarter I've ever found, a 1945, which was another king, and then I found my newest Canadian quarter in the very next hunt, which is another king. It's funny, I found the two Canadian quarters I found in 2 hunts were actually kings, which is, you know, more rare to find because, you know, Canadian quarters were most plentiful with Queen Elizabeth. So I just thought it kind of interesting. Last hunt, oldest Canadian quarter. This hunt, newest Canadian quarter. All right. All right, I'm on the second to last roll of custom wrap quarters, and I got another foreign here. I wonder, can you guys see it? It's kind of hard to see, and I didn't see it by the edge because we got another one, guys. We got another Panamanian coin. I got one in my lap. The only thing that sucks, though, this doesn't have the Balboa character on it, so that's unfortunate. It's a 2005, though, so cool. It's cool. I like that little bridge on there. Yeah. So, found one of those in the last hunt. It's a very nice 2020. Denver, though. All right, let's keep going. All right, I'm on the machine wrap dimes, and I'm about 5 rolls in, and it's not silver because the reading is way too thick, but it looks like a foreign, and it is UK. It looks like. I think it's a 5 pence, 2000. Yep, 5 pence. So we got a foreign on the board, and as you guys can clearly tell, went through all the quarters, and man, $300 in quarters, and I didn't find anything. So hopefully the dimes can produce something else. All right, it's been kind of a slow start from the nickels so far. I'm on roll number 7, and I got my first find here. 19. Oh, still doing this, guys. Still doing the non-focusing thing. 1946 out of Philly. Man, I really hoped that that the pennies like wouldn't have to save us because you know, I knew that we were probably gonna get a few. Oh, there's a 1958. I knew we were gonna get a few. You know, I knew we were going to get a bunch of finds in the pennies, but I really hoped that, you know, we wouldn't have to, you know, necessarily resort to that in order to getting good finds, but we'll see. We still got a lot of nickels to go, so. All right, I'm on roll 10, and I had seen this 1956, and then I saw this one here on its reverse, like this, and then I pulled it up, and it's a 1946, so we got another twofer. 46S and 56D. All right, let's just see if we have anything else in here. I don't see anything. All right, let's keep going. All right, over the last couple of rolls, I've gotten a few more 50s that I'll share with you. We got 2 54s, one out of Philly, one out of Denver. And then we have 153 out of Denver and 151 out of Denver as well. Sorry guys, I totally didn't realize it wasn't focused in. But we got an ender right here. It's got a little bit of, looks like Sharpie. We got an ender in this roll for 1949 out of Denver. So second nickel in the 40s. Let's keep going. Well, I finished all those nickels. I did get 3 more finds in the 50s that I hadn't shown. We had a 55D. We got a 56D in pretty good shape. And another 58D. But I'm on the first roll of pennies. And there's a Wheatie right there. It was date side up. 1944 out of Philly. These appear to be the non... this one appears to be one of the non... collection dump, possibly collection dump rolls. So, alright, well, let's keep going. Well, it looks like those were all it was for the non-rolls. There could be some more. I'm not sure because, once again, most of these rolls look the same because they're the same type of wrapper, but there's a wheat penny ender here, so looks like this is going to be one of those rolls. Holy cow, look at that, guys. Look at that. Wow. Okay, let's go through these. I'm gonna zoom it in a bit. So we got a 1949 Philly, 1940 Philly. It's a 1980. 1941 Philly. There's a DDO on that. I'll check it. Another 1949 Philly. A 1955 Philly. I don't see those too often. Again, no DDO on that. 47 Philly. A 56 Denver. Keeps not wanting to focus. Ah, focus. There we go. 56D. 48 Philly. 55D. 48 Philly. 41S. 52 Philly. 50 Denver. I'm just gonna go through these really quickly like this, guys. 55D. 48D. 44 Philly. 46 Philly. 47S. 51D. And 44 Philly. Wow. Look at that. Look at how many wheat pennies were in that roll. There was 2 regular copper. Let's count how many were in this one roll, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 wheat pennies in one roll. This could be a crazy, crazy hunt. And we also got that 44 in that other roll. Holy cow, what are we going to get in these rolls, guys? Let's keep going. Alright, very next roll is continuing. Again, I assume that this is from the same batch of rolls. There's not as many wheat pennies in this roll, but let's go through them here. 54D in pretty good shape. 46 Philly. Keep having to focus. 46 Philly. 53D. Another new year. 51D. Pulling out the regular copper as well. 45D. And another 54D. Holy cow. That had to be at least 5 in that roll. Oh, wow. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, guys, I might start doing some of these rolls live, because these rolls are crazy. Absolutely crazy. We've got another roll here. There was an ender. 45 Philly. No pre-40s ones yet, though. 44. You know, I think what I might do is I'm just going to pull them out now because my camera just isn't cooperating. And then at the end, I'll show you them all. and give you guys a little better look at the dates. But for now, I'm just going to pull them. 56D, because it's just easier that way. Another 55 Philadelphia. Love seeing those. 41 Philadelphia. 48 Philadelphia. 46D. 40 Philadelphia. 56D. 45 Philly. 52D. 55D. 51D. And 57D. That's our newest. So you know what? I'm gonna do some more rolls live. Let's pick another roll here. Alright, let's see. Oh. Wow. Luck of the camera strikes again. I opened one of the rolls that looks like it isn't part of that batch. You know what? I'm just gonna set those to the side and see if I can find one that is. Let's see if this one is. Again, I can't remember how many rolls I got at each bank, and that one isn't as well. Wow. It looks like the curse of the camera is striking. You know what? Let's... Come on, I gotta get another one of these rolls live. Come on. Oh. Oop, there we go. Looks like. One right there. 52D. 44S. Now, again, I have found a full roll of wheat pennies before, but I'm not sure if the total amount will be more than... I mean, it will definitely be more than this. I predict that we'll definitely have more than an entire roll by the end of this hunt. 55D. But the question I gotta ask is it the most wheat pennies I've ever found in a hunt? 55D, because as I said, you know, I have found an entire roll, but we have more rolls, and I'd argue we're probably going to find more than we would. Oh, this one's in pretty good shape. 52D, wow. You don't see early... Hold on, I guess I'll show this one. You don't see early 50s in that shape too often, so that's kind of neat. Might upgrade in the album. Any more? I don't see any more in that roll. One more copper. Yeah, alright, so let's see, let's keep going, see if we can find another roll. See if we can catch these. I'm gonna put this one that I found in that other roll to the side, just so we know. Doesn't look like it's one of those rolls, but I do see a Canadian, so I'll pull it out. 2005. And then I'll look through all of these. You know what? Let's do one more roll. Well, this one does have a wheat penny in it. I don't know if it's part... Oh, and I see a young head as well. I don't know if this is part of the same rolls. I would have to think it's not, because I feel like that would seem weird. Oh, and this young head's an older one too. 1957. Yeah, I would have to think it's not. 52S. I'm going to put the ones that I don't think come from those rolls aside. And out of the rolls that I think are part of a collection dump, I'll review them at the end. But I'm going to keep going, and I'll bring you in if I get what looks like another roll like this. Alright, guys, this is pretty dang awesome. I don't know how for some reason, I didn't think that this was gonna happen. Like, for some reason, I'm not sure how I didn't think, like, oh, you know, with this likely being a 40s and 50s collection dump, I don't think we're gonna see any steel cents. But if you look at the patina on that is definitely a steel cent. And I'm also bringing you in because it looks like it's another one of those rolls. So, these all appear to be 40s and 50s, so I'm not sure. Oh, that's a 58. That's our newest one. I'm not sure if these another 58. I'm not sure if these are just someone's 40s and 50s that they just decided they didn't want and kept the older ones, or what happened. 52D, and again, I will show you guys. These coins a little better at the end of the hunt. So I'm not, again, it's kind of blurry, and I'm not really showing you them right now because I'm kind of just pulling them out and calling the dates. But I will show a little closer older ones, or again, like Steel Cents, 46 Philly, and that actually might be the first Steel Cent that I found this year. I'm not sure. 57. I haven't found any in Coinstars recently. 42. I keep thinking some of these are going to be old, and then they're just worn 40s, and that's also a new year. We have almost every year. Honestly, I think we actually might reach every year in the 40s now that we got a Steel Cent. 51S, 51D, and there's our Steel Cent, and obviously I will show this one. You can just tell, 1943, out of Philly. I love finding these. I don't find them that often, so I love it when I do. Alright, let's keep going. Man, I really hope that we'd find something old. 40... Oh, whoa. Sorry, guys. Some of the rubber band that was holding some of these broke. Hold on. That was the last one's a 45. 51D again. Got a lot in that year. 1940. 45 Philly. Another copper. Another copper. 50 Denver. Alright. Alright, let me once again clean this up and bring you in on the next find. Alright, got another roll. Another roll with a bunch of Wheaties in them. I'm starting to think now we might have north of 100 because we still have a lot of rolls left. 52D. I guess I probably should have made this its own video. But I'll probably end up titling this something like Mixed Hunt turns into a Wheat Penny collection dump. 45 Philly. Because honestly, like, you know, if you're looking at all the finds in the other rolls, oh, look at that. And we just got our first oldie right there. We just got our first oldie. Look at that. As I was talking, 1924 Philadelphia. That is a 100-year-old penny in the rolls. But, oh, and now this one also looks kind of old. Holy cow, maybe we are getting into some old ones. Come on, focus. Alright. 1918. First in the teens. Man. And I really thought it was just going to be a 40s and 50s dump, 52D. But I'm happy with the Steel Cent also, 41. And obviously I'm happy with all the freaking Wheat Cents, bro. Oh, man. This is probably my best Wheat Cent score, 47D. That one has a lot of gunk. I'll have to see that. I'll just put that in the 56 pile for now. That one had a bunch of gunk covering the date. 44D, which I believe has a variety. So once again, at the end of the hunt, I will check. I will double check for any of the varieties that are on these Wheat Cents. You know what? Let's do another roll. Let's see if we can catch ourselves another collection roll. I've got them pretty well organized here. I'm going kind of fast, so it might... Oh, nope. Once again, curse of the camera strikes. We got a regular penny roll. I'm determined to get another roll live. Oh, there is a wheat penny in there though. I totally didn't realize. I'm not just dumping these and not hunting them, by the way. I'm just setting them for later because I'm trying to identify any rolls that might be like these other ones. The wheat penny. There is a wheat penny in this one though. It looks like a regular roll though. 49D. Again, we can't know for sure though because all these rolls look the same. They're all this type of wrapper. So who knows? All right, let's try one more time. See if we can get a live roll. I was trying to see if I could even tell by, like, the shape of the wrapper, like, you know. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's another roll. Another roll. Holy cow. Oh, that's a 64. That's not a wheat. It's kind of difficult to commentate and pull out copper and pull out wheat pennies at the same time. 46 Philly. Although it is a 50-60, it's a struggle that I am not mad at because this is awesome. 51D. This is definitely going to be my best wheat penny score, at least as far as number of wheat pennies. Obviously, I've gotten better wheat pennies. 51S. I've gotten, like, I found a couple semi-key day wheat pennies before. 55D. I've gotten a couple semi-key day wheat pennies before. I've gotten some BU ones. Obviously, lots of old ones. Is this one? Nope, 59. But as far as, like, just the magnitude of wheat penny at 50, and that's a 58 in one hunt. This is definitely going to be a record here. All right, I'm going to stop recording because I don't want this, well, I guess, the problem is I don't know what rolls are going to be, and that's a regular roll. So I'm going to stop recording. Oh, there is a wheat penny there, though. Regular roll, it looks like, wheat penny, 56D. All right, I'm going to stop recording, and I'll bring you in on my next roll that I get that's like that. All right, well, very next roll, and I think we have steel set number 2. And you know what? I'm just realizing, I wonder if half the time you guys couldn't even see what was going on there. I'm gonna move these copper out of the way. I just realized that my camera was barely even facing the action. But we got another steel cent back here, so we'll pull that out. Steel cent number 2, 1943 Philly again. It looks like we might have some more oldies too. Well, I don't know about that. Who knows? 56D. I'd have to start stacking some new piles here. 50 Philly. 52S. 46S. 62. 44D. Man, those worn 40s really do trick you, though. You think you get some older ones, and then 51D, 51 Philly, 56D, 44D. That one's in pretty good shape. I actually think we have one of every year in the 40s now. And then 55D, two 55Ds. I think we have every year in the 40s now, because 40, 41, 42, 43, because we got the steel cent, 44, 45, 46. Yeah, we have one of every year in the 1940s. So, and you guys can't see my copper stack right now, but I would say we have just almost about just as many wheat cents as we do copper cents. So, all right, let's once again. Again, the camera seems to always be the curse, but let's see if we can get another live roll. There's a copper on that end. Let's see what's on the other end. Just a zinc. I might have done this for nothing. Yeah, that looks like a regular roll. All right, let's keep going. Well, as luck would have it, very next roll, and we got another roll like this. And let's do another per roll count. Let's just see how many ones are in this one roll. 58D. Just to show you guys how many wheat pennies really are in here. 57 Denver, 40 Philly, 58 Denver. Wait, is that? Okay, 258 Denvers. 53 Philly, 44 Philly, 58 Denver, 47S, 44 Philly. I thought that one might have been older, but it's not. 46 Denver, And we got a dime in the roll, so I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe someone mistake that dime for a penny. But in that one roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys, I apologize for that. My camera stopped for whatever reason, but I was saying that we had 10 wheat pennies in this roll, and honestly, looking at the other amounts of wheat pennies we had in those rolls, that's like, I would consider that a light roll. So, yeah. 44. Getting a lot from the years that I'd expect. Oh, that's only our second from 53. 47. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I'm not sure if this is another roll. I can't immediately tell. I think it is. I don't know. Maybe these other rolls were. Maybe someone just didn't stuff them as much. So, you know, I'm going to put these other ones with the other finds we had. Because I'm starting to think more now that they actually did come from the same. 53D. 56 Philly. Usually when I get 56s, they're 56 Denvers. 54 Philly, and that's in pretty good shape. 44 Philly. And again, I'm not separating by mint marks right now because I just don't have the space. 52D. 45D. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I got another roll like that. Alright, let's go through here. 55D. 51D. Man, you know it's a good hunt when you start getting tired of pulling out wheat cents. 44 Philly. 57D. I guess the only time when that would suck is if you bought like an Indian head cent roll on eBay and they're all wheat cents. Wow, that would suck. 52D. Man, that would be insane if these were all Indian head cents. Holy crap, bro. You know, I was just thinking recently, like, what's the craziest score I've seen someone else get on YouTube of, like, a certain denomination? Like, what's the craziest score I've seen of someone get in pennies and nickels? And I've been thinking of, like, creators that I've been watching that have gotten the best of something. 57D. And that was kind of a question that I've been thinking about lately. I don't know, what's the best score in a specific denomination that you guys have ever seen someone get? Probably not close to this. Probably way better than this. But you know, let's again try another roll. See if the curse of the camera will continue. Come on. That's the thing I hate these rolls. Sometimes they fold them down way too much. And then, well, there's an 80 something on that side. Let's see what's on this other side. Zinc. A zinc on that side. Oh, it is. Finally got another one live. Alright, let's see. 45D. I know Rob Pine's Treasure, back in like 2018, it was one of his really popular videos. He, 1950. He got a box of pennies, again, as I said, back in like 2018, that had like in total like 500 wheat pennies in it. 52D. So that was probably the most wheat pennies I've ever seen someone get. 58D. But, 55D. I don't think we're going to get that many. But, 52D. 56D. I'm going to have to start double stacking soon. Or a 48 Philly. 47 Philly. 46D. Oh, and there's another oldie. Look at that. It has a mint mark. Just noticed that in the roll. 1929S. Great. Second wheat penny in the 20s. which is awesome. 57D, 57 Philly. And it's different mint marks too. Like, we're not just getting exclusively one mint mark per denomination. So that's also cool. And then last one is a 45. I'm an ender, so that's a telltale sign. Oh man, I hope we get more steel cents. That'll be awesome. 57D. Oh, there's another nice one coming up. 58D. 57D. I have an area in my coin collection where I put wheat pennies that have a splash of red on them but aren't BU. So I have what I consider the mint state ones that have a splash of red on the side, along with the 3 pre-40s there. 45D. So I hold those to the side. 55D. Getting a lot of 55s, which I definitely didn't expect. 50 Denver. 1950 something. That one's kind of nasty. 51D. I probably should go back through these and make sure I'm not missing any. 44 Philly. 44 Philly. 45 Philly. And then there's another one with a splash of red on it, a 58 Philly. 58D. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright guys, I had gotten another roll that was chocked full of wheat pennies, and I decided to just go through the roll and pull out all the wheat pennies, but we did get another oldie, guys. We got another in the teens, and it's only a 1919 Philly, but that is our second teens wheat penny. And so including that one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18 wheat pennies in that roll. 18. Alright, let's keep going. Alright guys, another roll, only 6 wheat cents in it. 41 Philly, 45 Philly, 45S, 50 Denver, 51S, and 58D. So, another good amount there. Let's keep going. Alright, another roll. Another, looks like 6 wheat pennies. 50S. 41 Philly. 42S. 142D, 142S. That's actually only our second and third from that year. 40 Philly. 45 Philly. And 55 Denver. Alright, another roll. Another 6 wheat pennies. 44D. 44S. 48. That's very beat up. 51S. 56 Philly. And alright, well the camera decided to stop once again, but the last coin that it cut off was a 55D, by the way. Alright, this roll had a 1942, so there you go. 42 Philly. Ooh, pretty nice 67. Put that up there. 46 Philly. Getting all the copper out of here. 58D. Oh, I see another oldie. 41 Philly. And another oldie. 1927 Philly. Another in the 20s. 57D. And 1942 Philly again. I think the other 42 actually might have been the ender. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, got another roll. Had 5 in it. It's funny, 5 is like our low amount. lately. 44 Philly, which we are really stacking up the 44s. 41 Philly, 57D, and 245Ds. One's in pretty good shape. All right. Well, you know what? Let's do another roll. Let's do another roll live. Let's do another roll. See if we can catch another roll. There we go. Well, actually, I said that, and once again, this looks like a regular roll. So, curse of the camera struck again. I saw a lot of old edges, so I thought maybe, but let's try it again. Ah, another regular roll. Dang. Alright, well, we actually have one more roll here, so let's see if we can end it off with a bang. Alright, well, I'm not sure what's up with my camera, but it stopped again, but that roll was just a regular roll, so luckily it ended up being okay, but I'm gonna bring the camera down and I'll get you guys a wrap-up of this. Wow, guys, we went through all of those coins, and I went through all those loose pennies that were sitting on the side that were from regular rolls that I just kind of set aside because I was going through rolls live and I didn't want to go through every little coin. The only things I found in there was a Canadian 1972, and check out this, guys. I found my first 2025 pennies, and I hear that I don't know if they're low minted, but I know people are hoarding them because as many of you guys might know, they're phasing out the penny in 2026. So yeah, I was shocked to see them in here. Yeah, they're all Denver, but yeah, my first three 2025 pennies, so I will take it. So as a mixed hunt standpoint, it was kind of a letdown because the quarters, while the quarters and dimes did produce something, it wasn't much. And the nickels were also kind of lame as well. Like we had I think almost $80 in nickels, and I actually haven't quite sorted them out yet, but we only have like a few in the 40s and 50s. And obviously the pennies are the real winner here. So I think the pennies are kind of what make it a fun hunt. But as a mixed hunt, man, that was actually really rough. Because usually when I do mixed hunts and the nickels and the dimes don't provide anything, usually the quarters and the dimes usually don't produce anything. The nickels usually at least do, and but they really didn't. So if if these were regular penny rolls and I had sorry guys, the video stopped again. But if these were normal rolls and I got maybe 6 wheat pennies, this would not be the best mixed hunt of all time. Mainly for the amount of coins that I had. Like dimes, we only had like $60, so that's not too surprising. But quarters, we had like almost $300. But obviously, again, the pennies are the real star of the show here. The figures is 184 total wheat pennies, which might even be more than the amount of copper we got. There's some copper on there too, but that's all the copper we got there. And I have sorted the wheat pennies. I don't have the exact breakdown as far as like how many 50s and 40s we got, but I did note we got 2 Steelies and 3 that were pre-1940. So going down the line here, I'll explain the setup here. It's kind of strange. So the ones on the right are Denver, and the ones on the left are Philadelphia. And then when you get down into the ones that have San Francisco, I'll talk about that. So 58 D is on the right, 58 Philadelphia's, and then that goes down. That's kind of how it. If you remember, 58 Denver's on the right. And Philly's on the left, 55, and then there were 2 54s Denver, 3 53s, 3 of them were Denver, 1 Philly, and then 52 Denver's, San Francisco, and Philly. San Francisco is in the middle. 49s, 48s, 47s, 46s, 45s, 44s, and then we got those two Steelies, both out of Philly. So 243 Phillies, 42 Phillies, and 42 S's. And then I didn't quite have enough room to finish the 40s, so 41 Phillies, no DDOs on that. 41 S, 40 Phillies, and 40 Denvers. Alright, the video stopped again. So what I was saying was, I didn't quite have enough room here when I started laying these out. I guess I should have thought about that. But to finish off with the 50s here, 51s, PD and S, and 1950s, PD and S. And then 40 Phillies, 40 Denver, 41 Philly, and 41 S's. And then I kept some of the ones aside that I thought were nicer. Got a couple from 58, 54, 52D. That 52 is actually really nice for an earlier 50s. And then the ones pre-40s. We got 1929S, 1927 Philly, 1924 Philly, and then the teens, 1919 Philly and 1918 Philly. The only one that had a mint mark was the 1929, but I'll take 5 pre-40s, especially considering I thought that for sure this was going to be a 40s and 50s dump. As far as the nickels go, we had, and again, you know, our oldest was 46. We got 2 of those, 46, 149, looks like 151, 153, 254s, a 55, a 56, it's in decent shape, and then 258s, and then we got that 5 pence in the dimes. 5 pence in the dimes. We got that, which, you know what, this is kind of a cool find, because it's my newest Canadian quarter ever, and it's my only Canadian coin with King Charles on it, so that's cool. And then we got that Panamanian quarter there. We got the Canadian pennies, the most notable one being that 57 Younghead. And then a few other coins I pulled out, some nicer ones, and some Philadelphia minted ones that I usually don't get, and yeah, that about wraps it up. I'm going to end it here because my phone's low on battery, and I bet I have a lot of video space. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.